field goal. If it's good, it will end Northeast County win streak. Here's a snap. Oh, it is no good. It's no good. Northeast wins 7-6, and head coach Joey Austin is dancing at midfield.
Maybe by our kids being in a lot of big ball games, that might have helped. I don't know, but they were hitting as hard as they could. You know, I hadn't lost over here in 20 years now, so I guess the Lord was with me.
The record win streak has ended last week, but you can't tell that to Seminole. The Warhawks have landed here at John Sexton Field, and it's now 20. Seminole has scored in every way possible. Sam Roper's team took it to the Vikings tonight, 46-0.
Tonight, two Pinellas County powers put to rest the past and focus on the present. Northeast and Seminole are both unbeaten in 5A District 8, and the winner of this game clinches a championship. It's high school football. The Vikings and Warhawks next on the Game of the Week. Country and the host of tonight's TWTV 47 Game of the Week. This evening, a district championship is on the line as the unbeaten Northeast Vikings clash with the Seminole Warhawks. Hello everybody, my name is Eric Keaton and welcome back to the Game of the Week. It is week number 8 and the 5A District 8 has a championship on the line as Seminole hosts the Northeast Vikings. Let's introduce my broadcast partner. He's former Buccaneer Tony Covington. And Tony, you played defense, and tonight Northeast and Seminole are all about defense.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to the tandem of Fabrizio, Farmer, and Jackson. They are the studs of this defense, and these guys are putting up the numbers, and that's what they win with, defense.
Jerry Austin's Northeast Vikings, they put up some numbers as well. They play good defense, but on offense, they're the leader in the county.
It's amazing. You know, you think of the wing T, and you don't think of 37 points a game, but they're having a nice mixture, 60-40 run pass, and you know we're going to see some excitement tonight.
One guy we'll see is an exciting player, Bo Washington. Bo knows football. He knows how to get in the end zone. 64 carries and 12 touchdowns. Not bad.
12 touchdowns, roughly 8 yards a carry. Yeah, he has a nose for it, doesn't he?
On defense, Dominique Bacon is a 3-year starter. This guy's big. He has a huge wingspan.
We were standing there watching him, and I said, my goodness, he looks like Tyrone Davis from the Green Bay Packers, a big tight end type of guy, but he's a stud, and I'm looking forward to seeing him as well.
Sam Roper's Seminole Warhawks come in tonight. Offense struggling a little bit, team struggling. They've lost 2 in a row.
They lost to some pretty good teams, though. I mean, they started out 5-0. Maybe they were feeling themselves a little bit, but last 2 games, they faced some tough competition, and I think they're a little bit inconsistent as well.
On defense, the leader's number 3, Dequel Jackson. He's the 2000 Time Warner Player of the Year. He can also play some fullback and leads them in rushing as well.
As you talked about him, you're right. He does look like Derek Brooks out there running around making plays. He's their emotional leader, and we're looking for some big hits from this man tonight.
Quarterback is TJ Layfield. He plays in the secondary as well, but TJ is going to have to complete some passes. Northeast is going to stack that line of scrimmage.
When you've got linebackers the way the Seminole does, he's going to have to complete some passes or else.
All right, folks, we have a great game coming up. It is Northeast and Seminole. It's the Game of the Week. Here we go again. We'll have the coin toss and the kickoff right after this. Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here at Seminole. Eric Keaton and Tony Covington. Let's go down to the 50-yard line where referee John Taylor has the team captains for the coin toss.
Guys, just a minute. Florida High School Activity Association requires officials to enforce all rules regarding unsportsmanlike conduct by players and coaches. Violators will be ejected and strongly suggest that you remind your teammates and coaches of this policy. Additionally, this is a simple reminder that jewelry is not allowed and jerseys must be tucked in during play. Understand? All right, Seminole, your home team will call you green tonight. Northeast visitors will call you white. Guys are the captains, expect you to control your team. Green doesn't talk to white, white doesn't talk to green, okay? An ordinary silver dollar, that's tails, heads. Call white's in there loud enough so you can hear it. If I drop it, we're going to do it again. Call his heads and I drop it. Let's do it again, guys. Here we go. Tails. Call his tails. it's heads. Kick, receive, defend the goal. Defer your choice in the second half. You want to defer. Your choice, kick, receive, defend the goal. You want to receive. Which way do you want to kick?
Seminoles won the toss. Looks like they have deferred in the second half.
So Seminole wins the coin toss, and they defer to the second half. That means Northeast and that county leading scoring offense will start first as they collect to the west end zone as we look on the field, and Northeast ready to take that field. They come in tonight with now the county win streak currently at 8 in a row, dating back to the end of last season. Of course, they had the 43 games in a row, which, even though it's regular season in anybody's book, Tony, that is something to be proud of, even though it ended last season in disastrous proportions.
Yeah, I mean, you can't win them all. Sometimes it's about how you battle back from a big loss.
And they battled back quite well to start this season. Once again, going up against their old nemesis, the Vikings of Jerry Austin, taking on Sam Roper's Seminole Warhawks. And of course, the last time we were here in Warhawk country, a quarterback by the name of Adrian McPherson led Southeast over the home team. Adrian's done quite well for himself.
Yeah, I think he knows a thing or two about quarterback, and I think he's going to be real special for those Seminoles, too.
Right now, the Seminole Warhawks are charging between the band, and they'll take the field in front of this home crowd.
Will Jackson was probably out of the coin toss saying, I don't care who wins the toss, can I play defense first?
Your head coaching matchup tonight, Jerry Austin on the left. He comes in with 23 seasons under his belt, 167 wins and 76 losses. That 167 win totals tops all time in Pinellas County. And on the right, in his 17th season, is Sam Roper, 74 wins and 97 losses. But let me remind you, since 1997, he is 36 and 15. He has really turned this program around. Your officials tonight: John Taylor IV is the referee. Reese Autry, Ed Bates, Jack Loring, Dennis Cooper, and John Taylor III is the clock operator. Set to kick off is Morgan Riley, just a sophomore. He will also play some secondary for Seminole. Back deep to receive is number 32, Jerron Green. Ron Green, and also looks like Ernest Fields, Sammy Edwards back there with him. They stand at their 5-yard line. Week number 8 of football, and tonight's winner, Northeast. This is their last district game, so if they win, it's over. They'll finish 4-0 in the district and wrap up the season with 2 non-district games. However, Seminole has this one more left, and then they'll end the season against Clearwater.
Yeah, you can say what you want. This is for all the marbles right here, and both teams are viewing the game with that type of seriousness.
True, because even if Seminole wins tonight, they could lose next week and still, with the same record as Northeast, win the district by virtue of having the tie and beating their opponent. We're set.
It's game time.
This game is on, and this kick will sail into the end zone, and that's the way the Seminole green defense likes to start. Pin them back deep, and that's what Riley does. The offense for the Northeast Vikings, a familiar name, leads them at quarterback. Josh Harris, the younger brother of Andrew Harris. Will Washington, Flower, Davis, Teal, and Ross make up the receivers. And the running backs up front: West, Eads, Ross, Cate, and Miller. Of course, William Cate, been around for a long time, played some nose guard. Now he is in at right guard. Josh Harris, a junior, younger brother, as I mentioned, of Andrew Harris, now playing for UCF. We go with the pitch coming this way. This is Flower. Flower gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The Seminole defense: Pike, Denablo, Kay, Detler up front. Farmer, Jackson, and Fabrizio, one of the best linebacking corps in the county, if not the best. Dorsey, Riley, Layfield, McNally make up the secondary. No gain on the play for the Northeast Vikings. It's a strong breeze down there. Might come into play for this passing game tonight.
Yeah, because they're definitely going into the wind right now.
Harris going to put this one in the air. Little play action. Looking deep down the field. Looking for his tight end. And he overthrows number 80, Ryan Ross. On the coverage was KJ Dorsey, the younger brother of Loman Dorsey. Played here for a number of years for the Seminole Warhawks. So a 3rd down and 10. This is how Seminole likes to play defense.
Yeah, KJ Dorsey was in great position there. Got his feet turned a little bit, but that was going to have to be a perfect throw to beat him.
We saw Harris in warm-ups. He was overthrowing a lot of receivers, trying to battle that wind, trying to get his timing down a little bit, trying to get his touch.
Yeah, and I'm sure DeQuell Jackson and Farmer and Fabrizio don't want him to get that touch either. They want him to try to run that ball so they can pound him.
See if that linebacking core cuts loose here and rushes the quarterback. Harris back to pass, has the protection across, has his man open. That's number 10 with the football. That's Richard Adams. He has a 1st down out to the 44-yard line, a gain of 24. Move the chains for Northeast.
That was a good-looking play.
Sure was.
Looked like a little crisscross. It was a great jam by DeQuell Jackson on the front side tight end. And the receiver from the other side came in on a crossing route. McNally doesn't make that play. Guess what? 6-0.
Yeah, we have an 80-yard touchdown. It's that quick. Richard Adams. He'll be smiling like that all night if he keeps making receptions. That's his 4th on the season. 1st down from the Northeast 44-yard line. Handoff going to Bo Washington. Washington trying to get to the outside, and that Seminole defense cuts him down for a loss. DeQuell Jackson got a piece of him.
Just great penetration by Josh Detler. He gets in there and makes that play, delays, gives his fellow teammates time to get there.
What a story Josh Detler is. We're looking at the numbers, the height and weight before the game, lining up, looking at the defense besides DeQuell Jackson playing a linebacker. Detler, 5'8", 135. We're like, well, come on, that can't be right. This kid's quick.
Yeah, he definitely showed his quickness there. Getting upfield, creating havoc.
Loss of 2. Makes it 2nd down and 12. Northeast again play action. Here comes Detler. Has the quarterback down for the sack at the 36-yard line.
That's right. His teammates are beating him on the chest because it ain't the size of the fight, the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Great play by Josh.
I will move the ball back.
The blind side sack by Josh Detler came in with 6 tackles for a loss. Give him 7. That loss moves the ball back to the 37-yard line.
He's like, yeah, I may be the smallest defensive end in the state, but I'm making plays, baby.
3rd down and 18. 9:22 and counting. Opening drive for the Vikings. They converted on their first 3rd down attempt. See if they can do it here. DeQuell Jackson gets faked out by Harris. Harris is going to throw it downfield, has a man again, and it's dropped. Had it for a 1st down. That's Adams again. Almost looked like the same pass pattern he ran on his first reception, and this one is just through his fingertips, and the Vikings will have to punt.
I tell you, the advantage of having a mobile quarterback, he creates time. Fakes out DeQuell Jackson, which is not hard to do, which is very hard to do, excuse me. Gives himself time. He's got to make that catch.
It looked like he kind of short-armed it there a little bit. Punting's Kelly DeWitt. And Joey Fabrizio stands at his own 35-yard line.
Yeah, he's putting into a stiff breeze, too.
Punting from the 37.
Oh, yeah, the wind is killing it.
Fabrizio, no fair catch. Doesn't pay for it, trying to get to the outside. Now trying to turn it inside, and Fabrizio makes a nice little return up to the 45-yard line.
It's a good bit of tough running. See what happens when you put a linebacker back there?
he wasn't going to call it no fair catch.
No, he's like, forget about fair catching it. I don't know what that means.
He wrestles, and he is one tough guy. Layfield is the quarterback. Gaucher, Fabrizio, Jackson make up the running backs. Mott and Leverange, your receiver and tight end. Lorenzetti, Farmer, Sand, Fox, and Dadswell make up a veteran offensive front. So TJ Layfield will start Seminole's first possession from their own 44-yard line. And he's going to put it up in the air. Pass complete to Fabrizio out of the backfield. Fabrizio picks up a good 8 yards, and he gets into Northeast territory. That's a good sign for Seminole.
That's a well-executed play by the Seminoles.
The defense for the Vikings, Teal, Tyson, Davis, Williams, and Bacon. They have been in this system of Jerry Austin for a long time. The linebackers, Fields, Evans, and the secondary, Jones, Edwards, Adams, and Flower.
What a play like that does on first down, first play from scrimmage. Get your quarterback comfortable. He's got a completion under his belt and settles him down real quick.
Well, the 2nd down and 2 inside Viking territory. Layfield is the quarterback. He'll give this one to Jackson. Jackson off the right side, and he is wrapped up immediately.
What kills a running play is penetration. As long as you can get penetration, it makes it very difficult to get done what you want to get accomplished. Great stalemate at the line by Dominique Duncan. Good job.
Richard Evans, that linebacker, coming in. So many good linebackers that have played for Jerry Austin. And another product of the system. In that 5-man front that they like to run. 3rd down and 2 now. No gain on the play. Lone receiver to the far side is Dorsey. See if they play action again. Try to pound it right up the middle. They'll give it to Fabrizio, coming this way. Fabrizio has the 1st down. Fabrizio keeping those legs churning. He's only 5'10", but he has a 1st down inside the 35-yard line.
See, defenders make good offensive players. Yeah, it's a misnomer that, the only reason we play defense is because we can't catch.
A gain of 12 yards on the play.
Good
and
tough.
Fabrizio came into this contest, 59 carries, 326 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He's only a junior, and he performed this way, Tony, last year as a sophomore.
Yeah, Fabrizio knows that this game's the title. The title's on the line. He's running like it.
Goshi in motion, and not much there at all. That's 2 carries for Jackson. He immediately has his legs cut out from under him. Nice inside interior pursuit that time by number 10 Adams, and also the nose guard William Davis. Not much you can do there, Tony, when you have that type of pursuit.
Yeah, well, they try to hit it with a quick hitter, and once again, the penetration's there. It'll still stalemate it every time.
Jerry Austin's defense always has a very good nose guard, and this year it's William Davis. Kate had that position for a long time, but William Davis has played a number of positions for Big Red of Pinellas County. A loss of a half a yard on the play. Layfield's going to put it up. Has this pass completed again to Fabrizio, the same one they ran to start this possession, and it's a 1st down to the 22-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 14.
Taking what they give. That's smart football. But I tell you what, they're setting them up for that deep corner route. As soon as that corner starts cheating up, they're going to hit them for the big one.
A lot of people remember this offense that has struggled. Fabrizio was a part of it. Jackson was the quarterback last year, but last season is over. No more Danielle Williams. No more Eric Hunter. No more DeQuez Gully that they had. Justin Lumpkin. And it's struggled this year. It's been hot and cold, no in between. Right now it's a little hot. DeQuell Jackson trying to bounce around, look for some room. And the Northeast Vikings have been watching the tape because they have this play all wrapped up. If they say, you want to play power football, we have the power.
Yeah, we know what that is. We only give up nine points a game. We're no joke ourselves.
These 2 defenses at the top of Pinellas County. The offense for Seminole has struggled this year. Coach Cornelaw trying to him him here, the defensive coordinator for the Vikings. It's a 2nd down and 7. Here's Fabrizio being chased from behind. Davis halts him, and the rest of the Vikings come in and join the party.
Great penetration. Great penetration. Right now, it looks clearly like the Vikings are dominating the line of scrimmage. And it's like, if they can do that, the running game will be null and void.
Well, you look at the plays that Seminole has run, 2 up the middle, 2 to the left side with Fabrizio. The play action pass to Fabrizio to the top side. And Davis said, I've seen this one before, and he just bursts through the line of scrimmage and makes a play. It's a long possession right now for the offense of Seminole, but if they don't produce any points, as they now line up for a very 3rd and long from their the northeast 29-yard line. They need to get to the 12.
That same play is wide open right now in the flat.
Layfield has a blocker. Down the middle. Pass is dropped. And then Leverens is dropped. Incomplete. Bring up a 4th down and 17. And to see if Coach Roper doesn't try a long field goal here. This play was open. We at least got some yards back for a closer field goal.
Yeah, and I think they just really wanted to get at least half of it back to go for a field goal attempt. He's got the wind at his back.
Leverens 6'4", 240, a nice target, but he couldn't hold on to that one. Now in punting formation now from the 29-yard line. Seminole fake during the East Bay playoff. Maybe they try one here. They're going to try to pin him. They'll pin him. Riley, the little pooch kick, looking for the corner of the end zone. Will he get it? No, it goes into the end zone, and Northeast will start out on the 20. We'll take a quick break. We've played down to 4-11 and counting. Northeast and Seminole, no score at the game of the week. High school football game of the week here at Seminole. Eric Keaton and Tony Covington. We have no score here with 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Each team has had a possession. Each team's defense has come up with the big play when they needed to. 15 seconds put back on the clock.
Well, we asked for defense, and by God, we're going to see some defense.
They are going to play the defense, and you know the old adage, defense wins championships. That's why these two teams the past several years have made it deep into the playoffs. Northeast back to its running game. This is Bo Washington. Bo Washington gets a gain across the 20 to the 22. He's wearing a cast on his left arm. So I don't know if that will affect how he carries the football. According to his numbers, doesn't seem to do much as he carries it in the other arm.
That could be a problem playing running back with a cast on.
You know when you're a running back and your name's Bo,
Ooh,
you have to love it.
Hey, you have to love it. And you got to be special.
Even if you're not as big as the Bo Jackson. To the outside. No gain on the play. Might have dropped him for a loss. As Washington did lose yardage, about 3 yards back to the 19. So it'll bring up another 3rd down and long, and that Seminole defense is doing its job.
Well, normally if we're playing, if it was just a traditional type of wing tee, I would say, you know, that's not good, but, you know, Northeast can pass the ball very well, so they see 3rd and 11. They don't necessarily like the 3rd and long, but, you know.
I mentioned they had Andrew Harris, now at UCF. He's quarterback for a couple years. Before that, they had Doug Wechter, who received a scholarship to USF, but he's pitching in the Devil Rays system. Different sport. Quick screen out there to Martin Teal, and all over it is number 15, Morgan Riley. He just doesn't kick and punt. He can play some cornerback.
Yeah, he sniffed that play out really quickly. I mean, that had no chance from the word go. Well, they're playing him a cover 2, and the corner's playing a hard corner, so there's no way that the pass is going to work.
And Tony, they actually lose yardage on that play. If he would have dropped it, that would have been a fumble because he caught it at the 15 and it was thrown from the 18.
Great field position.
Fabrizio lets it bounce, but the wind cuts it down. And you are right, it will be great field position. Down by number 13, that's Deontay Poole of Northeast. It's at the Northeast 38-yard line. That's only a punt of 23 yards, but as you said, the wind and a flag on the play.
I know Joe's upset there because he just wants to grab the ball and just run people over.
Defensive coordinator for the Vikings, Coach Cornlaud. Call him Coach Corn. This penalty may be on the Vikings because he looked distraught. Find out from Mr. Taylor.
Wow.
So much for the net on that punt. 15 yards. Move the ball down to the 23. Make that to 21. Coach Austin said, I've given up 2 good possessions worth of field possession here.
The defense.
So Seminole,
First
second
down.
possession of the game. They started at midfield on their first, and here on their second, they get a punt knocked down by the wind, then an unsportsmanlike, and they're on the northeast 21-yard line. They've simplified the offense so far, Tony. See if they try something different here. Going to throw it, rolling out that way. A lot of room to run, but just a quick hitter. Dequel Jackson has one man to beat to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks, flag on the play.
It's going to be a clip or a hole, and he didn't even have to touch it. Oh.
And you are right, Tony. He didn't have to touch him. With the big 215-pound fullback putting his head down, he was going to run over that Viking and get into the end zone. Worst case scenario, he has a 1st and goal at the 3, but instead they're going to back him up and take the points off the board.
Those are the plays that kill you. There was no way that defensive back wanted any part of Dequel Jackson right there.
The past 2 games, Seminole has lost. Coach Roper will say it's been penalties and it's been turnovers and not being able to run the football. Stacked at the line of scrimmage. Last week against Osceola, got into the end zone, had it called back.
Yeah, well, I don't care how much talent you have. If you can't play by the rules, then you're going to get beat.
Well, it's a spot foul, so they back it up to the 19-yard line. So make it a 1st down and 8. Fabrizio spins out of a tackle, but that's the best he can do as Martin Teal introduced himself.
Penetration once again. He had 2 defenders there just waiting for him.
And then big number 72, Antonio Williams, wraps him up. But Martin Teal did the initial damage.
Yeah, Martin did a good job of sliding down with the off-guard pulling and closing that gap, staying at home.
Brandon Mott is the lone receiver to the near side. He's matched up with Sammy Edwards. 2nd down and 8. Layfield, speed option. Dequel Jackson trying to get to the outside. Jackson is pulled down inside the 15-yard line. He's a couple yards short of the 1st down.
It was a good job of running down the line. I thought that play had looked like it was going to have a little life to it. Just great pursuit. I tell you, these Northeast Vikings are quick.
And Richard Evans showing us that he's no slouch at linebacker either. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 from the Northeast 14. Seminole trying to get those points put back on the board. Here's Layfield. Layfield nowhere to go. An outstanding defensive play by Russell Tyson, the state shot put champion. And he just shot put Layfield into the turf.
He grabbed him and said, "Don't you know I do the shot put? Come here. Let me show you why."
I could do this with one arm.
Tell you, this is looking like our Buccaneer offense a little bit. Getting shut down in the red zone.
Ball placed at the 23. Be a 40-yard field goal attempt. This one is up, and it is good. The Seminole Warhawks get the short field, put 3 points on the board. Morgan Riley, your kicker, and the home team, Seminole, has jumped out on top. They've had 6. They had to take it off. It's now 3-0. And that's what's going to be in their minds as they get ready to kick off, Tony, is that, hey, look, we had 6. Touchdowns win it. Field goals don't, but at least they were able to put something on the board.
At least they were able to put something. You're right. You know, with 3 points, no points, 1 play away by Northeast, a big play, and guess what? They're losing. They dominated the time of possession. Northeast needs a great play here to at least change the field position.
This is a 33-yard field goal. I believe I might have said 40 at the beginning. That's a 33-yarder. And it's a 3-0 lead. 5 ticks left before the end of the first quarter. And now Riley will kick off. His last kick went into the end zone. dumps this one, and that's where this kick is going as well. Out of the end zone. So Northeast will have their third possession, 3 possessions. We'll start at the 20.
Keeping them pinned deep. That's the type of game plan that Coach Roper likes. Keep them pinned deep with defense. Wait for you to make a mistake. The offense methodical, and they'll beat you.
Josh Harris had a nice pass play to Richard Adams for a first down. Nice crossing pattern. Had him again as he was being chased by DeQuell Jackson, but he could not complete that one on third down. Would have been inside Seminole territory. And on the last possession, they were shut down by the Big Green defense. Harris rolling out, being chased, dumps this one off. Has his man, it's Fields. Fields has a first down at the 31-yard line.
Very good rundown and a good fundamental tackle by DeQuell Jackson.
That is the end of the first quarter. 12 minutes are in the book. 5A8 district championship, and as of right now, Seminole slim lead, 3-0. Welcome back to the TWTV 47 High School Football Game of the Week. We start the second quarter. The Great American Passion, as Howie Long would call it. Baseball is America's pastime. Howie Long says this is America's passion, and this is Friday Night Passion. Northeast and Seminole. Handoff going to Bo Washington. Nowhere for Bo to go all night long. He has been harassed by that Seminole defense.
Great job of Joe Fabrizio getting penetration there.
This is a loss of 5 yards. Fabrizio starts it. Here comes Farmer and Denablo.
They're just having a party at the ball. Bo's saying, hey, okay, can somebody stop the defensive end, please? Guys, I got 12 touchdowns. This ain't the type of blocking that I'm used to.
4 carries, minus 8 yards for Bo Washington.
Yeah, that'll kill your average. Harris
straight back and trying to take it up through the middle, and he's going to go down. Denablo and Fabrizio in there, wreaking havoc in the backfield. And Harris lost a helmet. You were saying in the break, maybe the wind will help the game, but then you said maybe not.
My goodness. He's not going to get any better protection than that.
Loss moves the ball back to the 20-yard line. They need to get to the 41. Third down and 21.
I tell you, a screen pass right here might not be a bad idea. They're getting great penetration. They got the momentum. Everybody's hungry to get at the quarterback.
They tried that wide receiver screen to Teal, and it didn't work. I'm looking for Teal on a nice little post pack. Use them burners. He's out here with Morgan Riley. Near side of your screen.
In the middle of the field is wide.
Here's Harris.
Good run. There.
Over the middle. Intercepted at the 36-yard line. Ryan McNally steps in front of the receiver and has a turnover, and that field position again comes into play.
That's great cover two play. I mean, the middle of the field is open. The linebacker's responsibility is to take the tight end. Perfect position. Great play by McNally.
And if the pass is completed, Fabrizio's there to halt the first down, even if it's caught.
That was going to be a big hit.
Oh, Ryan McNally, please take a better picture than that next time. That's what he was looking like when he intercepted that pass. He was like, oh, I'm taking it to the end zone. Instead, he gives it to the offense from the 36-yard line. Seminole in business again. They have a 3-0 lead. This one goes to DeQuell Jackson. DeQuell Jackson gets across the 35 to about the 34. Not much. And when you talk about this Northeast defense coming into this game, Tony, 207 carries, allowing 359 yards, 1.7 per handoff. That's pretty good.
That's pretty darn good.
It's a pretty good district in the 5A8, especially up top, Northeast and Seminole. Beyond that, you have Gibbs and Boca Ciega and St. Petersburg struggling. Gibbs is a lot better football team than that 2-5 record indicates, and they played Northeast pretty well last week, lost 35-20, but against these Seminole Warhawks, they were pounded. 56-0. Second down and 8. Layfield gives this one to Gaucher. Gaucher not much there. He lost the football. It's a fumble and recovered by the Vikings.
Is that Mr. Teal again? Did Mr. Teal have that penetration?
Richard Evans recovers.
Yes, it is.
Teal and Adams in on the hit. Teal with the hand and in there head first.
That's just great
Richard
job.
Adams, yeah.
Great job of shedding the block and getting in there and making a play. He was just more physical at the point of attack.
Well, Northeast gets the football right back at their own 40-yard line. See if they can do something with it. The pitch going to Washington. Washington gets across the 40 to the 41. That's a patented wing T Jerry Austin play. Quarterback pitches it, then starts blocking.
Yeah, but we look at our guy Josh Detler in there again, coming from the defensive end, making plays from the defensive end position.
He's like a gnat. And you think that one of these big guys in the offensive line has him, and it's like snap of the ball, and he's 2 steps to either side of you or between your legs, making plays. It's effective. Second down and 9. Harris going to put the football in the air again. Looking, has his man dropped. Looking for his tight end. That's number 80, Ryan Ross. McNally out there had a hand on it.
McNally just all over that play. They're not going to let the tight end be the one that beats him, I tell you that. I think that they're going to have to try to throw the ball downfield to loosen that up. Although that pass was behind him now.
Yes.
If he gets that out in front of him, he's got a big play.
Seminoles forcing this Northeast offense to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's been about the third and long.
Now the last 2 possessions, this is the shortest one they've had at 3rd and 8. Looking for Teal, and if Teal catches that one, they were watching the back of his jersey talking about that Warhawk defense, and he couldn't hold on.
Tell you what, defense comes up, makes a big play for Northeast, and offense is not helping them out much at all.
Ball's at the 41-yard line for Brizio, standing at his own 31. And the wind now is at the back of DeWitt.
Let's see if he can get a hold of one here. Doesn't turn over for him.
It's high. Fabrizio takes it at the 29, heading straight up the middle and runs into about 3 Vikings. He stopped at the 36. He'll get a gain of 7. But again, defense rules in the game.
Led by number 51, Evans, and number 80,
And Sam Roper's team is used to playing these low-scoring games at times this season.
I think Coach Austin's just glad that they're on the opposite side of the 50 this time.
Exactly.
Thank you for changing the field position. Thank you.
Fabrizio and Jackson. Gaucher make up the wing T. Layfield from the 36. They put it in the air. Has Farmer in front of him. Now Layfield trying to run for his life. Looking, has a man. It's Leverance, the tight end. Leverance has a first down. He's inside Viking territory, down at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 26.
That was a great job of patience as well. He was patient. Was it initially because he wanted DeQuill in the flat. Wasn't open. Stayed with it. Farmer's out in front of him. Gives a good block. Gives him a little time. And there he is, wide open.
And this is something we talked about at the beginning of the game, Tony, the Layfield, if everybody's at the line of scrimmage for Northeast, he's going to have to be accurate on his passes, and there he was.
Yeah, it kind of helps when a big target like that standing wide open, too.
First down. McNally goes in motion. This one's up the middle. DeQuell Jackson. Jackson, his biggest gain of the night. He picks up a good 5 yards down to the 35-yard line.
It's a great quick hitter.
I think a lot of people were watching number 40, Ryan McNally, go in motion.
It's a good job of the guard sealing down inside.
See the time remaining in the second quarter, 7:25 and counting. Seminole has moved the ball, had 6, had it taken off the board, had to settle for a field goal. They had a penalty. Jackson went in, Little fullback pass. Now they have a 2nd down and 5 from the Northeast 35. McNally again in motion. Layfield again to Jackson up the middle, left side. He picks up 3. Bring up a 3rd down and 2 for Seminole.
Dequel Jackson does move the pile, doesn't he?
Quite a versatile athlete when you talk about Dequel Jackson there, Tony. As I was talking to you, freshman on defense, he played safety, and he's always been known as a linebacker the past 3 years. Last 2 years, he played quarterback, and now he accepted his role as a fullback. And this team really huddles around him for that leadership. And he goes both ways on the leadership, meaning he'll walk up and give an earful to a teammate, and he'll also show him how to do it as well by his actions.
Yeah, that's the great part about being a leader.
Gaucher this time is the man in motion. Layfield being rushed, has his man, it's Leverins, holds on, has the 1st down. A big reception by the tight end, especially with the heat being put on Layfield. He had to get rid of it.
That's a great job. I didn't think that ball was gonna get in there. Good separation. That ball barely got over Ernest Fields' head, too. He's saying, oh, I had it.
Leverins came in with only 2 receptions, has 2 for the night. Big part of this offensive game plan. 1st down at the 28-yard line of Northeast. Seminole once again on the move. This is Fabrizio. He'll get the call. Trying to evade one of his own men, and William Davis says, nah. This is what I like to do as the nose guard for Jerry Austin.
Yeah, Alex Powers got into him. He was trying to pull out and get in front of him, but Joe's so fast that he outran his blocking. And
William Davis also plays some fullback for Jerry Austin's team. So that,
a great rundown too.
A lot of people would think nose guard, doesn't have that much quickness, but William Davis has been in this program for at least 3 years. Another good one out of Pinellas County. Loss of 2 on the play. Layfield, play action, rolling this way. Once again has Farmer in front of him. Can't escape Dominique Bacon. And Bacon with authority puts him down to the turf quickly. That's a sack on the play. A loss back to the 37-yard line.
He grabbed Layfield and said, come here, young man, I need to talk to you about something. He just shedded blockers and said, come here.
Grabbed him up top and just threw him down to the ground.
Dominique Bacon is a man.
And last year he was playing some tight end. Wow. And he can run well, Tony. He can run very well. And Coach Austin says a lot of Division I schools. We asked how many. He just said a lot of them. So I guess over 100. Jeez. More than 100. That's a lot.
Need to make a call into Virginia and make sure he's on Virginia's list.
Falana went up there from Northeast last year. 3rd down, very long. Inside trap, flag on the play. Fabrizio goes to the line of scrimmage and then moves backwards. Bacon is there along with number 51, Richard Evans. We'll wait and see what the flag is.
If I had to guess, I'd probably say holding. I'm not psychic. I'm not.
You win a prize.
Anytime that flag's thrown in there from that umpire, you can best believe 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a holding call.
And the Vikings say, we're going to make you move back. Try to get some of this field position.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Referee John Taylor IV lets us know that the ball has been moved back to the 44-yard line of the Vikings.
Wow.
Yeah, to get a 1st down,
we're looking
to go to the 18. So we're talking 26 yards.
3rd and Hillsborough County here. Oh,
a little pooch kick.
Smart.
This could be very effective. Farmer will down it right where the 1st down was, at about the 18. 22, Nick Akamowski with a little pooch kick.
I think that was a great call. I think that was a great call. Defense is playing well. They're dominating. Why not?
Of course, you'd love to get a nice little roll, but inside the 20, most coaches will take that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they win with defense, and they don't make it any secret.
And they don't risk a block by putting it in midfield if they know they're lining up to punt. Can't let them put a block in there. So Northeast defense said, we're tired of this. They push Seminole back, get the ball back for the offense, and now Harris going back to work, trying to dump it over the middle and through the hands. Akamowski made a play on it, but Adams had a shot at it on the deflection but couldn't hold on. That's a nice play by the junior, Akamowski.
That was an awesome play. He tips that ball, or guess what? He's wide open, running free. I like the play call, though.
Northeast trying anything to get this offense in high gear. Straight back is Harris. Harris lets this one fly, has his man. This is Flowers. Flowers has a first down past the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Guess who was downfield making a tackle? 20 yards away. Quell Jackson.
So I'm at the top of the screen just eyeing that quarterback. Flower tried to get to the outside, and Quell Jackson used his speed to catch up. For Flower, that's his 9th reception. Came in 8 receptions, 231 yards. Man, that's almost 30 yards of reception. He'll go in motion here. Harris again, going to put it up. Rush is on. Akamowski giving chase, and that will be an intentional grounding call.
Not a smart play.
You know, and Harris looked like he kept trying to get loose, trying to make a play. He would have been better off just to go ahead and take the sack and save himself an extra 4 or 5 yards.
Just too much penetration.
I tell you, number 22, Akamowski's come into the ball game for Seminole, and he's been on the last three out of the last 4 plays.
Yeah, well, it helps when your quarterback drops back to pass and there's nobody blocking the outside guy. And you have pretty much, I think we call that free reign.
Hey, when they release the stats on Monday, it will say sack.
True, true. There went that field position, too.
Defensive coordinator for the Warhawks, Mike Perlin, saying move them on back. Lose that down.
That's the critical part. They lose the down as well.
And it was first down at the 37. Now they're marching the ball back to the 20 where they started.
That'll move the ball back to the 25 line.
Grounding on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. Loss of down. 2nd down.
Coach Austin has not seen the proficiency that he's used to out of his offense.
Well, that's what happens when you're facing a top-notch defense, though.
2nd down and very long. Rush is on. Pass is complete to Adams. Adams back to the original line of scrimmage, and he has more at midfield. Pushed out of bounds inside Seminole territory. He is out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 37 and a first down for Josh Harris and the Vikings.
Josh stood tall in that pocket and fired a strike.
It'll be 1st and 10 Vikings at that point.
Josh Detler got to him, but too late.
And he took a lick, said, that's okay, I'll take it for that game.
Adams came in with only 3 receptions. He has 2 big ones tonight for first down for 51 yards. So thank you, Scott Epstein, our producer, statistician, Mr. Do-It-All. From the 43. Inside, loose football, but recovered by the Vikings.
Tell you, that inside handoff has to be precise. We saw Riverview executed to perfection. We saw King not executed to perfection. And there it is again. It's effective if you do it right, but there's always that big chance of a fumble.
Tony, by the sound of it, King didn't execute it too well on Thursday night either, losing to Chamberlain.
Yeah, Chamberlain, they're looking like the big dogs right about now. Looking forward to that matchup with Hillsborough next week.
Well, they will see the big dogs. We'll talk about that a little later. Loss of 1 on the play from the 44-yard line. Harris again going to put it in the air. Looking this way, has Teal, overshoots him. Bring up a 3rd down and 11 for Northeast. You see the time remaining, 2:02. Clock stops with the incompletion. And that's before we go to the half.
Wow, this game is going quickly. I really like the way Harris, his delivery, stands tall in the pocket, and he's got a good arm.
Hey, Coach Austin said he wanted to put him in at quarterback last year and have his older brother just play exclusively on defense, but Josh had some injuries and was not able to play that often, so Andrew was back at quarterback for his second season. As well as Seminole has had field position here, if they go into the locker room down to Northeast 7-3 or worse, they're going to say, look, we had opportunities and they escaped. We're back in the same place we've been in a few ball games this year.
Yeah, when you control the field position and time of possession, you got to make the other team pay for it.
If you're just joining us, Eric Keaton and Tony Covington, this game is for the 5A District 8 Championship. Northeast is essentially already in the playoffs. Both of these teams will make the playoffs either as the champion or the runner-up. 3rd down 11. Harris has his man. It's Davis, the fullback. Davis trying to get the first down, and that's just sheer effort.
That is power at its best. He is a load.
I bet you if you ask Davis right now, Tony, he would say, I would rather run into 3 or 4 guys than be running out in the open.
He was looking for somebody to run over there.
And he picks up the first down. They mark the ball at the 30-yard line.
That's a defensive back's worst nightmare, to see somebody that size running that hard in wide open field. McNally was looking for a chalk line to get under right there.
Northeast happy to let the clock run. They'll mark it at the 32. Handoff.
Good tackle by Farmer.
That was Davis. Davis with his first touch running the football, and Northeast will call a timeout.
That's a good job by Russell Tyson of blocking D. Quayle out and creating that seam there.
We were talking earlier, Tony, about next week's game, and it will be the big dogs against the Chiefs. Hillsboro and Chamberlain, they played on Thursday night, and next Friday, October 26th, kickoff will be at Chamberlain as the 6-2 Chiefs of Billy Turner take on Earl Garcia's 7-1 Hillsboro Terriers, and that will be for another district title if Chamberlain can win. Both teams undefeated in the district. Hillsboro lost to King, so if Hillsboro wins that game, and they've had Chamberlain's number over the past few years, we'll have a 3-way tie in the 5A District 6. And that should be fun after the weekend, and probably have a shootout on Monday.
That's going to be a packed house, big-time football, great tradition. I can't wait.
Well, we have plenty of time left in this game, and this is big-time football. 2-5A Pinellas Powers. 1:20 left before the half. Vikings trailing it 3-0. Harris has a 2nd down and 7, going to Adams. Gaucher pushes him out. Minimal gain to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Great thing was he got out of bounds. Had enough foresight to shed the would-be tacklers and get out of bounds.
3rd and about 4 yards to go for the first.
Adams having a season tonight. They said he came in with 3 receptions.
And
has that tonight.
Mr. Bacon enters the game at tight end.
Told you, here we go, right down the middle.
Now, if I'm playing defense and Dominique Bacon comes in the game, I'm thinking he's going to get the ball.
He's going to block. Adams gets the call. Right side. He's close to the first down. Needed to get to the 21, and I think he got to the 23, and that's it. 4th down coming up. And a timeout again by Northeast. They have 1 left.
What do you think about that play call, Aaron?
They've thrown the ball line. I'm thinking of Coach Austin, which I would never question his play calling. No. With 23 seasons. He's just trying to change him up. Him and his son, Jay Austin, over there, just trying to change him up a little bit. Because when you have a team like Coach Austin and Yeah, baby. Austin's power. See what they've done throughout the season, and I was talking to you about this earlier, Tony. They're undefeated, 7-0, but the teams they have beaten have a one-loss record of 15-36. Besides the first two teams, everybody else has not played very good football this year, and you can just tell by the score.
This is true. The Seminoles have definitely played a little bit tougher competition, and you know, from the looks of it, they appear to be dominating the line of scrimmage.
But if Northeast comes away with a victory tonight, that doesn't matter. As long as you win the game, whether they collect two safeties and win this one 4-3, a W is a W and another district title.
This is true.
4th down and 2. Northeast says we're going for it. From the 24-yard line, they need to get to the 22. Harris is going to throw it. Rushes on. Pass is knocked down. Incomplete. And Dorsey was thinking about catching this one and going to the house.
He's got to get rid of that a little bit faster. The receiver was open. He's got to get rid of it a little bit faster.
Here's another look. We're going to Davis, going to the big fullback. So the defense again for Seminole. This time they stand up to the Viking drive. 55 seconds left. Northeast down to 1 timeout. Unofficially, Seminole will get the ball to start the third quarter. They have a 3-0 lead. They are pinned at their own 24, if you want to call it pinned. This is the worst field position they've had all game, so I call it pinned. See if they take a knee and are happy with the 3-0 lead, or they hope for a game breaker. Scochet, could he be the game breaker? He'll have a first down. A nice run out to the 41-yard line, a gain of 17, and that stops the clock with 45 ticks.
Well, they may have been thinking about killing the clock, but 45 seconds after a run like that, they might want to put it in attack mode now.
Farmer, the lead blocker. Also had Bobby Fox out there, 6 foot 240. We'll restart the clock, 36 seconds left. TJ Layfield, the quarterback, gives this one to DeQuell Jackson. Jackson will not get much, and a timeout. Sam Roper's team thinking about it, and Coach Fabrizio on the plays on offense says just let it roll.
Okay, so maybe I take that back. Maybe they are just running the clock out for the half. It appears to be so.
We're down to 10 seconds, and that seems to be the game plan for Seminole. We've got a 3-0 lead. We'll get the football back. We're at home, and we're on the game of the week. 5A 8 district championship, Seminole and Northeast. Tony and I talked about defense. 3-0. You tell us. We'll take a break. Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here in Warhawk country. Eric Keaton and Tony Covington. Warhawks on top. Beating them 3-0. Big time offense in the first half. Actually, it's been all defense, Tony, and this is a look at the Viking defense up front. Joey Fabrizio running right at us, and that front five for the Vikings in pursuit.
Penetration by Davis. You know, he's been in that backfield all night. Just great pursuit by the rest of the Vikings.
The Warhawk defense has been just a little bit better, especially in the run defense department. Watch number 3, middle of your screen, DeQuell Jackson running down Bo Washington.
Great penetration by Fabrizio. Mr. Jackson's there to make the play.
Well, Jackson also made a play on offense. Our only points of the evening came via the touchdown, a little fullback pass, but it was called back, Tony. Had a clip downfield.
Yeah, the wide receiver didn't even have to block him. The defender wanted no part of DeQuell Jackson. He, in essence, could have walked in the end zone without the block, but he's just trying to help his teammate out. Here
is our only points of the night. A first quarter 33-yard field goal by Morgan Riley. It didn't look pretty, but it's a line driver. It counts all the same. We look at our halftime statistics and take a look at the rushing department for Northeast. They're one of the top rushing teams in the county tonight, -2, and that speaks volumes for the Seminole defense.
It ain't been pretty from an offensive, for your offensive lovers. It ain't been pretty. But for us that love defense, it's kind of awesome. You know, I think we talked about it a little bit in the first half. Northeast, the field position game, their average starting field position has been their own 23, whereas the Seminoles, they've started their own 41.
See if Seminole can change it around here and put more points on the board. They'll get the ball when we come back after this break. It's the TWTV 47 High School Football Game of the Week, third quarter just moments away. Seminole has a very slim lead at 3-0 as we get ready to start the third quarter. Eric Keaton and Tony Covington here with you. The High School Football Game of the Week, TWTV 47 style, week number 8, district championship on the line. Northeast and Kelly DeWitt set to kick it off. First time they've kicked off the whole evening. Gaucher going back. This one will go into the end zone. High school football, you know the rules. It comes out to the 20. And this will be the worst starting field position, Tony, for the Seminole offense all night.
I know Coach Austin said, about time. Thank you.
TJ Layfield, 4 of 5 in the first half for 51 yards, and that speaks volumes for him statistically since the Seminole passing attack came in averaging 42 yards a game.
See, they didn't have any respect for my man Kelly's kicking legs. See, they were all at the 10-yard line. They didn't think he could put it in the end zone. See,
every kick has went to the end zone tonight from the 20. This is DeQuell Jackson straight ahead. DeQuell Jackson to about the 23 and no mas.
Oh, they'll take that 3 yards though.
Jackson had 8 carries for 14 yards in the first half. Came in with 87 carries, 518 yards, leading the team. And this is just tough duty right here, and Northeast has made it tough on the ground attack all night.
Actually, they gave him 4 yards there. Okay, I'll take it. 2nd and 6, that's doable.
I'm always underestimating a little bit.
You got to do that sometimes.
Yeah. It is a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6. Just underway here to start the second half. Seminole on their home field has the football. This is Gaucher going this side. He fumbled earlier, and here he meets Martin Teal. Martin Teal says, you run to my side. We get to meet each other on a personal basis.
Yeah, the key to that play was Richard Adams coming up, taking on the first block, forcing him running back inside. Great job. That's the way defense is supposed to be played.
Adams and Teal have had quite a night.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Adams even came back and in on the little piece of the action. No gain on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 6. Seminole offense as Teal races off the field. Will be substituted for. Coming in will be number 80. Running in is Ryan Ross.
Ryan says, I got this.
Steps into the defensive end position. He'll be lining up right across from Fabrizio and Ed Leverens, the tight end. Leverens has caught a couple passes. See if they go to him here. 3rd down and 6. Fabrizio goes in motion.
And Fabrizio in the flat.
That way. Layfield trying to escape. Dominique Bacon. Bacon has a speed pass thrown, caught, but driven back by number 31 is Sammy Edwards. He caught Dorsey. Dorsey shy the first down. It'll be a 4th down and 2.
Mr. Bacon said, come here, young man. That's a good job of team defense. All right. Northeast defense has done its job.
I think everybody tonight for their headshot wanted to pose for the camera. Everybody's got the awkward smiles, the big smiles.
Yeah, goofy kids. It's just the goofy kid smile.
Hey, they can be that way, though. Both teams undefeated in the district.
Yeah,
DeQuell Jackson to punt.
Yeah, as a kid, I was goofy.
Off the side of his foot, going in the wind.
Holla Peter.
And Northeast will have starting position on their own side of the field, but at the 47. Not bad.
That's something they didn't see in the first half. Field position.
Just joined us, Tony went over the field position. Own 23 was the average for Northeast in the first half, and Seminole's own 41. DeQuell Jackson will stand in tall as the rush was on, but this one off the side of his foot was kicking it into the wind a little bit. Josh Harris, 7 of 15, interception and 103 yards. Threw one interception coming into the ball game, has one tonight.
Bo's ready to make some things happen.
This is Bo Washington. He hasn't had a very good night. Will not have one when number 3 is chasing you down. You're not going to outrun him. It's not going to happen. You're not going to outrun DeQuell Jackson.
Bo knows DeQuell Jackson.
Bo had 6 carries for -7 yards. He now has 7 carries for -8 yards.
He's got to be thinking to himself, what do I have to do to get away from this guy? Look at that speed. Look at that closing speed. Well, I tell you, that number 3, DeQuell Jackson.
The 2000 Defensive Player of the Year for Time Warner, DeQuell Jackson. Actually, he got that award twice. DeQuell, watching the broadcast, will know what we're talking about. Josh Harris rushes on, gets rid of it downfield. Some pushing and shoving.
Interference.
And they're going to call interference as McNally and the tight end Ryan Ross bumped each other at the 20-yard line.
And I'm going to tell you what he gets him for. McNally just shoots him a little flipper. If he stays right where he is, the tight end has to run through him. Yeah, I saw it. I know they are not happy in this crowd, but...
Well, one, here's why they're not happy. They're saying the pass is uncatchable, but in high school football, no pass is uncatchable. He could have thrown that one in the stands, and that would be a call. There, I think there's a no call there.
Well, if McNally just keeps running, because he didn't have to run into him, so they felt like he impeded his forward progress, so they got to make the call.
And they do.
Watch the little flipper here. Yep. They're going to call that every time.
Move the ball to the 38-yard line. It's a 15-yard penalty. Northeast now on Seminole side of the field. Running game at -2 yards in the first half, and they're still in negative yardage.
I mean, I'm not an offensive coordinator, but if they got 9 people in the box, I can't run the ball over the middle. I don't know.
Even when you got the big fullback Davis.
Nah, not when you got 4 people standing there as soon as he receives the handoff. You got one-on-one on the outside. Yeah, kind of like my odds.
Davis comes off the field limping a little bit. 35 carries, 208 yards, and 6 touchdowns coming in, but nothing for the running game tonight from Northeast at all. Harris put it up in the air again. Rushes on. Has this one up in the air. Intercepted by McNally. No, he dropped it. Almost had his second of the evening.
Incomplete. Knocked down by McNally.
McNally came flying up from the secondary. Looked like he had in the breadbasket and couldn't hold on.
Yeah. Scott Epstein made a great call there. Play action pass would be awesome right about now.
What does he do, hand you play cards or something?
Yeah, you know, we got to do that sometime. You know, little tip cards. And yeah, you got to do that. You know, we're a team. That's what
we wrote it down on his clipboard there. Our producer, statistician, Scott Epstein, calling plays. See what he calls here on 3rd and 10. Obviously, Harris going to put this one in the air. Straight back. Good protection. Has his man. Ball tip. Still caught by Adams, but he pays the price. Only gains 4 yards to the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down and a very long 6.
At this point, everything's very long for them.
Fabrizio goes back to his 10-yard line. DeWitt will come in standing at the 49 to punt it. Does have the win. He'll look to pin back Seminole deep. Straight up, not a very good kick. This one's going to bounce it around the 20 and take a Northeast Viking bounce. Wow, what a bounce. All the way down to the 7-yard line.
There's that old field position thing again.
We'll take our first break here of the second half. 7:56 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Seminole up, 3-zip. Back here in Warhawk country, this is DeQuell Jackson. DeQuell Jackson into the secondary, gets a lot of those yards back from the 7 to the 22. That's a gain of 15 yards, his longest run of the night, and the Seminole faithful show their true colors.
It's about anyone's longest run from scrimmage tonight. Got a good hold, good job of hard inside running.
Showing some good footwork there, dancing around a little bit.
Oh, yeah. That's big 6'1", 215 frame. Oh, he's a man-child.
That's why he went to fullback this year. He wanted to get the Offensive Player of the Year so that way he could become the first two-way player.
No, he just wanted contact. See, look, you got your two best linebackers playing running back. They just want to run over people.
First down for Seminole. They had the lead 3-0. Fabrizio goes in motion. DeQuell Jackson again gets the call. Northeast is seeing a lot of number 3 running the football here in the third quarter. They come up with a stop there after a 2-yard gain.
There's good interior penetration by Antonio Williams there.
"11 carries, 35 yards for DeQuell Jackson. This game is going by very quickly as Seminole trying to control the clock. They are doing that, but they're only up 3-0.
One play away.
KJ Dorsey, one play away from going up by 2 scores or one play away from being down in this game. Dorsey's your receiver to the near side. Gaucher goes in motion. Layfield, nothing there, and he turns it upfield. And a flag comes in late as Layfield crosses the 25. He picked up 2, but a flag is on the play.
Looks like probably be a hold.
For Northeast, R.C. Evans.
Yeah, I guess I've seen a few of those.
Couldn't really tell if that was a busted play or if Layfield was designed just to pick up a few yards and see if anything was up the middle.
It looked initially like it was going to be an option, but
Moving the ball back to the
Holding.
16.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
4th penalty for Seminole, 45 yards. Moves the ball back to the 16-yard line. Second down and 16. Rolling this way is Layfield. Has his man, it's Jackson. Jackson takes a big hit from Adams, but he holds on to the football to the 21. It's a 5-yard gain.
that's just a great read. Great read by Adams. Nice safe play call into the flat. Just a great read by Adams.
Seminole has made its duty tonight to make sure to block Dominique Bacon. Adams has had quite a night from his safety position.
They had better make sure they block Dominique Bacon.
To block him here, a 3rd down and 9 from the 22-yard lines where they mark the football. Layfield rolling this way. Farmer again is protected. Pass. Leverins has it. Leverins rumbling, stumbling down to the 35. He has a first down, a gain of 12. He wasn't moving very fast. That play looked in slow motion, but he held on for the first down.
He said, hey, I got 10 yards. Somebody can tackle me at any time now.
Again, the big target pulls in another pass. Number 90. Doesn't have hands like Dave Casper. Doesn't move like Sharp.
Nope.
But hey, it's a first down. He'll take it. As we compare pros to Prepster.
Yeah, they're going to continue to hit him with that play. The middle linebacker, that's his responsibility. He has to secure that guy. The outside linebacker has the flat, and he had DeQuell Jackson covered.
Passing game for Seminole has not had big plays, but it's been effective. Here's DeQuell Jackson. This play's been effective. Might have had more yards off tackle. He only picks up 4.
Jackson, the ball carrier.
But DeQuell Jackson, the steady dose here in the third quarter, picking up 3, 4, 5 yards at a time.
Northeast.
Sometimes they say the best defense is a good ball control offense, and we're seeing it.
Ernest Fields for the Vikings came in, got a piece of number 3. Remember, this drive for Seminole started at their own 7-yard line. They're now at their own 39-yard line as they converted that big 3rd down. DeQuell Jackson, not much here, picks up a yard to the 40.
The ball carrier.
And it'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up for Seminole.
Well, regardless if they get a first down here, they have changed the field position game once again.
Seminole, when you look at their schedule, we were talking earlier about only 15 wins against opponents for Northeast. And Sam's Club here, members only, and they've had quite a few good members here the past couple seasons. The last 2 games they've lost, Tarpon Springs and Osceola, they're 6-2 and 6-1 teams.
Well, you're seeing that they've played much tougher competition now, and we've got a little illegal motion there.
Yeah, Kyle Sand, the center, moved the football.
Kyle said, I'm just ready to block somebody, Coach. I'm sorry.
Foul. Snap infraction. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Play third down.
Ball just beyond the 35-yard line. Bring up a third down and about 9.5. See the movement there. No doubt about it. Layfield now asks for another big completion. Gaucher will go in motion. Layfield rolling out the opposite way. Has some time, has his man. As Dequel Jackson dives, catches it for the first down.
Good job by Layfield of throwing across his body, rolling to the left, and being able to pick up Dequel Jackson on a drag route.
Again, Tony, not big plays, but effective, just moving the football down the field. Not asking anything big, just completing 5, 10-yard pass plays. TJ Layfield most definitely having his best game of the season thus far.
Yeah, well, what he's doing is he's doing a good job of managing the game, and that's what it is. They're controlling it, they're killing the clock. Yeah, hey, once again, if they don't do anything, they have at least changed the field position where Northeast has to travel the length of the field to at least tie it or go ahead.
They're not asking Layfield to be a Matt Glavich or Chris Davis. Ron Mathis drops straight back, fire at 20, 25 yards downfield. 8 of 9, only 1 incompletion, and I think, and I don't want to, pick out one particular player. I think that's when Leverins dropped the pass he should have caught.
Because it hit him right in the hands.
I think that's his 1 incompletion. And Sam Roper is definitely getting his quarterback, getting his money's worth tonight. But game not over. Still 3:30 left and counting in the third quarter. It's a first down at the 45-yard line for Seminole. Gaucher again in motion. Dequel Jackson, how about that? Stood up at the 47. Northeast defense says we've had about enough of number 3 running this off tackle play.
Yeah, they stood up tight, but hey, they'll take 2 yards. Clock's moving. They're playing Coach Roper kind of football right now.
Richard Evans, William Davis get in on the tackle for Northeast. Davis and Bacon, leaders on that Northeast defense. They need a big play. They're looking for a turnover just to get the football back, get off the field, get some rest, get that offense back out there and see if they can do something with the football. Second down and 8.
Looks like we got man-to-man on the outside option. They're in trouble.
Blocked by Fabrizio. Outside is Dequel Jackson. Adams takes him down. Close to the first down is Dequel Jackson. He's inside Northeast territory at the 46-yard line.
That's a great play call. They were in man-to-man on the outside, running the corner off. The end gets, Duncan gets pinned inside. Great block by Fabrizio. And Mr. Adams has to come and make a tremendous rundown of Dequel Jackson.
Short of the first down by about a half a yard. It'll be a third down. The offensive coordinator for the Warhawks, Joe Fabrizio, with the play calling. Layfield, the quarterback. Will he just take it, go straight up and keep the clock moving? Will he hand it off to the fullback? It is Dequel Jackson time. Met at the line of scrimmage. Into the secondary. Has the first down. He's not settled for just 1 yard. He wants more. He gets 8.
I'll tell you what, this drive is impressive. It ain't pretty, but it's impressive.
They mark the ball at the 37-yard line.
That is a will of a senior there, willing his team to victory.
Again, I remind you, and everybody else out there, Antonio, this drive started at the 7-yard line for Seminole, their own 7. They're now at the 37. Dequel Jackson, right side down to the 32-yard line, taking on tacklers, some weary tacklers wearing the white and red right now for Northeast.
It looks like the guys in the green shirts are looking, they have more pop in their step right about now.
Getting ever so close to that end zone. Now coming into the ball game, number 61 for Northeast, William Cate running onto the field, and running off number 65, Abraham Fuentes.
Northeast's got to stop the bleeding here.
Dequel Jackson met by the linebackers. Close to another first down. Needed to get to the 27. He's tackled at around the 28.
Good tackle.
Very close.
Good tackle by Dominique Flower. But he's getting into the secondary now.
Missed tackle by the linebacker Evans, and Flower comes up and wraps him up. Third down and a very short yard for the Warhawks. They've had the ball for an awfully long time, Tony.
Yes, sir. Ball control, ball control, ball control.
Need to convert here from the 28. Layfield straight ahead. Layfield has the first down just past the 25-yard line. Move the chains for the home team. That was a third down off on the straight up the middle with Layfield.
He almost broke that.
Layfield, not anything to write home about with 45 carries, 32 yards, but he's not a mobile quarterback and not a runner. He gets the straight ahead yards in a short yardage situation, goal line, little quarterback sneak.
Once again, he manages the ball game.
18 carries, 68 yards for DeQuell Jackson. DeQuell up the middle here, hit and met, dropped immediately.
Tony Duncan's finally said, hey, enough is enough. Well, he's going to have to, being the team leader, he's the one that's going to have to step up. Both he and William Davis. They've got to stop the bleeding immediately, or this game's going to be over.
Evans in on that tackle as well. The home crowd comes to their feet as the third quarter has expired. If you missed the third quarter after halftime, we still have the same score. Seminole is moving from their own 7, and they're threatening to score. They lead it 3-0. Outstanding, ladies. Eric Keaton and Tony Covington with you. We're not the show. Seminole and Northeast is the show right now. And right now, the Warhawk offense. This will be the 16th play of this drive. 7 minutes and 56 seconds they've had on this time of possession, Tony.
I see a tired Northeast Viking squad right about now. Somebody's going to have to stand up and make a play.
DeQuell Jackson from the 24-yard line down to the 21. Picks up 3 more yards. He has 57 yards currently on this drive. It'll be a third down from the 21-yard line.
That's just putting the ball in the hands of your stud and say, son, lead us to victory.
They need to get to the 15-yard line. In field goal range, but still a field goal only makes it a 6-point game. They could be in 4-down territory if they get closer to that first down yardage marker, because with a long drive like this, you're wanting 6 points via the touchdown. Fabrizio, straight up the middle. Fabrizio has the first down. Fabrizio has a first and goal at the 5.
Steady dose of Jackson, steady dose of Jackson. Oh yeah, by the way, Joe Fabrizio can get it done as well.
Tony, you're right, this Northeast defense, the secondary's making tackles now, and they're not making them at the line of scrimmage. They're making them way downfield. They are tired, and Joe Fabrizio is taking advantage of them.
Somebody needs to give Northeast a Band-Aid because they are getting gashed right now. They're bleeding all over the field.
Seminole, first and goal from the 5-yard line. Ahead 3-0 in this district championship. Fabrizio this time is abused as he gets the ball. Lucky to get the handoff as Northeast is all over him. That time Flower, the secondary, must have heard us from up here in the booth because he was right on the line of scrimmage.
He said, I'll show you guys, I'm not that tired. Somebody's got to make a play. Might as well be me.
Array of Vikings in on that defensive play. They'll mark it back at the line of scrimmage. It's a second down and goal. Will Leverins, the big tight end, get the call on a play-action pass? Will they go back to that run game with the fullback, number 3, DeQuell Jackson, Layfield, the quarterback. They'll give it to Fabrizio, left side. Fabrizio gets a little closer. He's close to the goal line. He's down at the 1.5-yard line. Coach Fabrizio, the offensive coordinator, right next to Coach Roper, signaling into play. Straight ahead. Touchdown, Seminole!
just impressive.
TJ Layfield, the play, just a quarterback sneak. That's what Coach Fabrizio was signaling. He said, look, you don't need a play.
Right.
Sneak up there, don't let Northeast set, take it in.
I mean, that was just a drive, mano-y-mano, you know, blow to blow. I'm going to bloody your nose, smash mouth football. That was smash mouth football at its best.
Penalty on the play. They'll move it back 5 yards. On to try the extra point is number 16, Brandon Mott. Extra point will now be from the 15-yard line. It'll be a 25-yarder extra point to make it 10-0 Seminole. And that kick rolled, and it's no good. Did not get it off. The Seminole Warhawks, a 93-yard drive, wears down the Northeast Vikings, and on top 9-0. It's for the district championship. TJ Layfield, the quarterback, having quite an evening as a senior leader. It's 9-0 Seminole on top of Northeast. Welcome back to the high school football game of the week. Seminole has finally gotten into the end zone. Somebody's finally gotten into the end zone. TJ Layfield, the 1-yard run. 21 plays, 93 yards, 10 minutes, and 5 seconds.
That 10 minutes and 5 seconds is almost worse than the touchdown.
And the ball goes into the end zone. The extra point was no good. Riley celebrates, but the key there, we've had this conversation before, Tony, about 10, 20 years down the road, if Seminole wins this game, they'll be talking about the drive.
That was the drive. It's no question. And they just were more physical. They wanted it more on that drive.
However, 9:51 left in the contest. Anything can happen. It's only a 9-point lead. 2 possessions for Northeast. They're almost assured, well, I wouldn't say most assuredly get it back, because with 9:51 left, the last possession was 10 minutes and 5 seconds.
That's true.
They may not see the ball again.
Yeah, they definitely put points on the board here. Coach Austin going to have to open that playbook right about now.
Try not to panic. Harris, dropped by Kay.
Once again, they're going with that wide receiver screen in cover 2. It's just not going to happen.
Tony, all night long, I've been staring at the Stephen K fan club right below us here in the press box, and now they have something to cheer about. Not that they haven't all night, but something really to cheer about. Big Stephen K, 5'11", 260, the 4th sack for the Seminole defense tonight.
That play is just not going to work versus a cover 2. The corners are right there, face to face with the line, with the receivers. They've got to come with something else. They need to attack down the field at this point.
Loss of 5 on the play. Northeast moving backwards. Looking the weak side. This pass will sail over there. Actually right in front of Martin Teal. He never saw it. I thought it was going over his head.
He's got to be looking for that. He's wide open.
He could have caught. He could have just not even have to lay out. He could have caught that one in stride. Let's take another look.
Never even saw it.
You might have thought Layfield was...
Yeah, I think he was taking a peek for that safety, too.
Layfield was going to say, welcome to the jungle. Waiting for him to touch that one and say, you guys had a little cheap one on us earlier with McNally, but if you touch this one, I'm going to really lay one into you. 3rd down, 15. Harris straight back, looking to go deep down the middle of the field. Picked off by Layfield, and Layfield has a turnover for Seminole.
Horrible throw by Harris. Throws late. They weren't going to give up anything deep, man.
Second interception on the night for the Seminole defense. Second one for Harris. Came in with only 1. He's made his defensive match thus far again. 8:55 remaining. Only a 9-point lead. Layfield has the touchdown. Now he has an interception to go along with it. Dequel Jackson taken down immediately.
Say, Richard Adams made a slew of tackles tonight. He's done a great job at that defensive end position.
Richard Adams on the...
Ball was at the 39. They'll give Jackson a gain of 1. Adams a number of tackles.
Richard will be upset at me if he heard me call him a linebacker. Knowing he's a strong safety, he'd be real upset at me.
You know, when I first got here, Tony, I thought this crowd of Seminole was just a little bit dead since the last time we were here with all those playoff games, but they're starting to come alive now. Fabrizio dancing around, trying to find room. Gets stood up at the 35, and he'll have 4 yards and bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Stopped by number 24, Dominique Flower. Gain on the play up to about
Dominique has got to step up right here and lead his team.
34-yard line.
Since 1997, Northeast has won 3 of the last 4 games against Seminole. At that time, the past 4 games, they were district opponents. And Seminole came into this game, despite the districts changing, saying, hey, look, we're the district champions. This is our title to defend tonight. Flag on the play. Somebody lining up wrong.
Oh, no.
And it's Northeast.
Offside, encroachment. Oh, that's a killer.
That's going to, I don't think it'll give him a 1st down, but it's going to get him pretty close. Actually, it will. It should give him a 1st down. It was 3rd and 5. It's going to put the ball right at the sticks. 1st down. A penalty by Northeast defense before the ball's even snapped gives Seminole 1st down.
Oh.
Coachman on the defense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Oh, Coach Austin has got to be beside himself right now.
He's got the headsets off. That means he doesn't have anything nice to say. He's not going to say it at all or hear it. Ball's placed at the 28-yard line of Northeast. Seminole had it for 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Northeast had it for about 5 seconds on their possession, and now Seminole is trying to take it in again, possibly for the clinching score with a lot of time left on the clock. Layfield looking to throw it. Doesn't want to make a mistake. Just underthrew his tight end Leverins. Leverins, he would have caught it in stride and scored easily.
Incomplete.
Only the 2nd incompletion by T.J. Layfield tonight. He had a lot of pressure though this time.
Ooh-wee. Mr. Baker was coming with hostile intentions there. That was personal.
Well, they tried to change it up on 1st down instead of running.
I like the play call. Yeah. He was open. He was open, and just good penetration, which was much needed there. That was just key.
2nd down and 10. Layfield to Jackson. Jackson straight up the middle. Jackson falls down to about the 23-yard line. Dragged the tackler. That'd be number 50, Russell Tyson. Bring up a 2nd down, 3rd down and 5.
Huge play for Northeast here. Huge play.
Yeah, they have to stop him, Tony, and force him to attempt a field goal. That way it keeps it, if it's made, 2-touchdown game. Warhawks student body trying to take off tonight. They have lost 2 games in a row to 2 tough opponents, trying to beat their nemesis here, Northeast. Fabrizio goes in motion on a 3rd down and 5. Handoff going to Dequel Jackson. Jackson will be shy of the 1st down. Needed to get to the 19. They'll stop him short of the 20.
They may go for it. They're dominating the line of scrimmage right now. They may go for it.
Yeah, they got that close. If they're stopped at the line of scrimmage, they may kick a field goal. Coach Roper says, we're going to go for it, send in the Hogs.
I can't say that I blame him here. Take a chance of a field goal getting blocked. Dequel Jackson, 23 carries, 81 yards. I think most of that came on that long 10-minute and 5-second drive that has really turned this game around.
Reno, Aguia, and Farmer go in. Layfield push to the left side, should have the 1st down. Yet to blow the whistle, he has it easily to the 15.
That just looked like it looked like a rugby match for a second there.
That's a good one.
On the quarterback station.
Trying to follow Layfield, the ball carrier. It looked like he was met by a Viking, but he just kept going. Pushed from behind by his own man, but he's pushing on a Viking there. They moved the chains down to the 15-yard line. Seminole again on the move. 5 minutes and 11 seconds left in this ball game.
Yeah, that's just the heart of a champion right there. That's just, it really amounts to who wants it more, and it's obviously the guys that are wearing the green shirts want this title more.
Jackson, right side, picks up 3, down to the 12.
Milking the clock, milking the clock, milking the clock.
Time of possession in this game is the story, Tony. Game has gone by quick. Seminole has held the ball for the majority of the contest, especially here in the second half. Added 10 minutes on that touchdown drive. And they're happy just to get the play, use up all that play clock. 4 minutes already on this drive. And they haven't gone very far. They start at the 39-yard line of Northeast.
They just keep moving the chains, though.
Jackson this time will move back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Nice tackle by Richard Evans.
They needed somebody to make a tackle. Another huge play.
It'll be a 3rd down and 8 coming up for Seminole. I know they want that clock to keep moving. So they run it, play for the field goal, see what happens, see if they get closer, or do they go for a shot at the end zone here?
Well, if they can hold him here and force him to kick a field goal, yeah, well, it's relative. He's about a sand wedge away from a field goal here, but
if you're going to throw it, you got to throw it to the end zone. Look at Fabrizio. Fabrizio, touchdown, Warhawks!
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your ball game.
Coach Roper is known for his hugs. And that hole was huge.
I think the band could have marched through. He wasn't touched. They're still looking for him.
That kid carrying the other kid on his shoulders could have went through with that one earlier that we showed in the stands. Mott for the extra point.
I think Big Pun could have run through there. He could have waltzed through there.
Field goal just gets through the uprights. The home team, the Seminole Warhawks, have lost 2 in a row. But you get them to play the Northeast Vikings, and they've come with their A game tonight. Layfield score. Fabrizio takes this one in from 13 yards out, and it's a 16-0 Warhawk lead. Joey Fabrizio came in with 6 touchdowns, so exchange him for that one that possibly locked up a district championship. Still a 2-possession game, touchdown and a couple extra points, 2-point conversions rather, is what Northeast is asked to do.
Have you been watching that defense from the Seminoles?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep people watching the game. No chance at returning this one whatsoever. With the wind and with the foot of Morgan Riley, the special teams has not given the Vikings a chance tonight to return any kickoffs whatsoever. Another look at the touchdown. 13-yarder by Fabrizio.
Look at that, Fabrizio's running through there. I shook up the world! I shook up the world!
8 plays for 39 yards, 5:35 on the time of possession, and all set up by TJ Layfield, interception.
New meaning to the word untouchable. Good gracious.
2 shutouts on the season for the Seminole defense, and I'm sure after the last 2 weeks they're saying we're back to playing defense the way we think we can. This pass being lofted up and intercepted by Fabrizio. interception thrown by Harris tonight. And I'm pretty sure the defensive coordinator on the sidelines, Mike Perlin for Seminole, was saying, look, 3 and out. Fabrizio said, no, 1 and out. But a flag. I see 2 flags down now, but Northeast looks like they're putting the defense back out on the field.
And we had a little extracurricular activity here by the littlest man in the field, Mr. Josh. Just mixing it up. Yeah, you know, you don't even need it. You don't need that type of activity this late. You guys are winning the game. Forget about all that. You got to be smarter than that, Josh.
Last time the Vikings were shut out, 46-0 to Seminole last season.
I see a pattern.
It was in the second game of the season. And Jerry Austin, the defense may have played a little better, but the interceptions have killed us here in the second half, and getting beat up front is the biggest story of this game.
Well, they're just taking them out of what they really want to do. You know, when you don't have the ball, you can't do anything.
3:13 remaining in the ball game. 16-0 Seminole on top. Waiting for the officials to put the ball in play as this crowd is anxious to get this game over with and start celebrating. O'Shea in motion. New quarterback ends Ware. Ware had nowhere to go. As TJ Layfield gets a break, but that clock continues to roll. Tony, I want to take a chance here to tell everybody about the playoffs since we're a few games away. You should take a look at this last play. Class 5A Region 3 is where Northeast and Seminole will play in the playoffs. They have 13 teams in that entire region. 8 will make the playoffs. They have 5 right now with winning records. 3 teams could get in with losing records.
It's going to make for an ugly first-round game.
Straight up the middle, Ware gets a couple of those yards back.
Richard Evans treats him rudely. Hey, you think you're going to quarterback sneak? Take this with you.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Warhawks.
Continue on the playoff scenarios. Next week's game between Chamberlain and Hillsborough, as they are in the 5A Region 2. 18 teams in that region. Of course, 8 will make the playoffs. Going into this week's play, they have 10 teams with 5-2 records or better. So somebody is going to stay home with a very good record and be eyeing the 5A Region 3. That's how the scenario plays out in the FHSAA. 3rd down and very long. Coach Roper says, look, let's just take it up the middle. Unfortunately, Ware has to do it. The backup quarterback, he picks up a few yards, but that clock now down to 1:43 after the timeout. And this will be the shortest possession for Seminole here in the second half.
And that was only because they wanted it to be.
Exactly.
They have dominated this second half. This has been a thorough domination. The more physical team has done the job here in the second half. As I look out at Northeast, they just look like a bruised and battered football team right now.
I'd like everybody to stay with us. We'll have interviews following this contest. Try to talk to Coach Roper, Dequel Jackson, TJ Layfield. Try to pick anybody really on that side. Everybody's had an outstanding game.
Pick a green shirt. Any green
shirt. We'll talk to Big Pun.
Oh, we gotta get Big Pun love. Punisher, Big Punisher.
An outstanding punt, downed by number 87, Tony Ferrero. 1:32 remaining.
Down by number 87.
Ball down at the 12-yard line. There's Big Pun.
Inside the
Big Pun. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
A team favorite. 5'10", 360. Let me tell you.
Whee! That's a big young man.
Very young Warhawk fans here tonight. The eye of the Warhawk tonight, the Warbird, as I like to call it, has definitely raged.
Defensive backs love this time of game.
Ross is exploded on by Fabrizio.
Just for moments like that. I couldn't even get it out of my mouth fast enough. he wipes his hands as if to say, are you kidding me? Don't you ever come on my property again without proper authority. Ooh. That could cause some scarring.
We were talking before the game of the hit that he had in special teams, on special teams in that game against East Bay last year in the playoffs. He just upped himself one.
And everybody in the huddle saying, hey, don't throw it to number 4 side, whatever you do.
The Warhawks, up 16-0 with 1:25 left, are not going to just roll over and let the time expire. They want to play some more defense. And coaches just got the Gatorade bath on the Seminole side. And they're going to get some more water. There it comes. One of the assistants, and now they're chasing Coach Roper around. Just take it, Coach. Oh, man. Well, I hope they use all those buckets, because by the time it's interviews, the time we start talking with Coach Roper, I want all the buckets to be empty. We have electrical equipment around. But now they have about a 5-man squad going to make another water run. Ron Perry and DeQuell Jackson getting in on that tackle.
They're like, all right, well, my work is not done yet. Until it's all zeros on the clock, my work is not done.
4th down coming up from Northeast. It has been a rough night for the Viking offense. And they'll go ahead and just punt it out of there.
We have a chance. We'd like to recognize
the helmet cam.
Punisher, big Punisher. I love it. I love it.
I think it's safe to say now that the Warhawks have punished the Vikings. As the time just ticks away, they'll get this punt off. Seminole will take a knee. This one off the side of the foot, and nothing has gone right for Northeast tonight. Clock stops at 20 seconds. We are 1 play away from Seminole celebrating a 5A District 8 championship. Northeast tonight has rushed for -4 yards. They came in averaging 220.
And averaging 37 points a game. They've just been outmanned. The other team's just been more physical.
Coach Roper has a game ball. Ware will take the snap, take a knee. And that'll do it. One more game left for Seminole in the district. But this one tonight will wrap up a playoff spot. Clock winds down. Enjoy the celebration of the Seminole Warhawks. They win this one 16-0.
They played an outstanding football game tonight.
Coach Austin and Coach Roper shake hands. We've had another game of the week here on TWTV 47. Stay with us. We'll come back with interviews from the winners, the Seminole Warhawks. We'll take a quick break. I'm right back here with our post-game wrap-up. Welcome back to Warhawk Country, where the Seminole Warhawks have defeated the Northeast Vikings 16-0, essentially locking up a district championship. Eric Keaton alongside DeQuell Jackson. And DeQuell, this is a way to end a 2-game losing streak. Your comments?
Yeah, that's right. We last 2 games we was ready for them. We just
we had minimal mistakes on the field. And last week, we all got together. We decided what we had to do to take care of business on the field, and we did that tonight.
Talk about the defensive effort tonight. Amazing. 4 sacks, 3 interceptions. You held Northeast to negative rushing yards as a team. That is impressive.
Well, we knew what we had to do. Coach Perlin, we watched film twice a week. This time we put in the extra little work, and we was ready for this game from the start. And the outcome was us. It was victorious for us.
All right, DeQuell, congratulations. The 2000 Defensive Player of the Year, Time Warner style. Let's bring in the quarterback, TJ Layfield. TJ, congratulations. An outstanding game. You didn't have too many incompletions going to Ed Leverins, but talk about that drive where you guys scored. You took it in from a yard out. You held the ball for 10 minutes and 5 seconds.
Well, if we run the ball, I mean, with our system, if we just keep on pounding them, I mean, we eat up the clock, and that's what we wanted to do. We tried to stay away from the throwing game as much as we could.
Defensive effort, you guys put up not only outstanding numbers against the rush, but also against the pass. Talk about the secondary tonight with the interceptions.
Well, we were just doing our job, basically. I mean, if they throw it to our zone, we're supposed to make the pick, and that's what we did. So, and they got lucky on a few little inside routes, and they just busted big plays on. That's about it.
TJ, congratulations. Outstanding game. Let's bring in your head coach, Sam Roper. Coach, you've been looking for an effective game from your quarterback, and you got one tonight.
We got a great performance out of him, and I think the whole football team just played great tonight.
I'm glad that they used up the Gatorades, because I was afraid that they'd throw one in on us while we were talking.
Well, I told them to do that, but you lucked out again tonight. But we're real glad to have y'all back, too, because it seemed like when y'all show up, we play good.
Coach, talk about the effort tonight defensively. We had Seminole's defense for holding them down for -4 yards rushing. That is outstanding, especially against the Viking offense. They led the county in scoring coming in.
It was just a great effort, and you know, I got to give my hat off to the coaches because they did a great job of preparing them against their offense, and the type of offense they run, it's not an easy thing to try to simulate in practice. But all the players this week, we told the scout team that we really had to get the picture, and they did a super job this week. But Coach Perlin, Coach DeRuzzo, Coach Peters, they did a great job of getting the defense ready, and Coach Fabrizio on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, he just did a great job on controlling the ball, and that's what we are offensively. And we found some weaknesses in their secondary, and we exploited that tonight, and I think that helped us, and we might have caught them a little surprised.
Coach, final question. You talked about controlling the ball. You had it on one drive, the game-winning touchdown drive, essentially, by TJ Layfield, 10 minutes and 5 seconds. You think you guys will be talking about that drive 10, 15 years from now?
I'm sure we will. That was just an outstanding effort on our part. And, I mean, we just keep pounding away. And Joey and DeQuell tonight, I mean, they're going to sleep well tonight. I mean, they got a workout in.
Coach, congratulations. Another district championship. We appreciate the game. A heck of a game of the week. Tony and I will be right back to wrap this game up. We'll talk about next week's game right here on TWTV 47's Game of the Week. Northeast came into the game unbeaten at 7-0. Warhawks came in at 5-2, but the Warhawks have the advantage in this one, 16-0. Eric Keaton and Tony Covington back with you on the TWTV 47 High School Football Game of the Week. Let's check out our second half highlights. It was 3-0 at halftime, and that's when TJ Layfield and the Seminole Warhawks went on a 10-minute drive and just a 1-yard plunge to get it in, but really the story was up front.
Yeah, definitely. They dominated the game up front. They were the more physical team, and it showed on that big play. That was a dagger in the heart, that 10-minute drive in the third quarter.
Missed the extra point, made it 9-0, and then Northeast gets the football back, and it's TJ Layfield again, this time playing safety with the pick.
The time of the game, they're back there waiting from a secondary standpoint. They love it. They know the team's got a pass. They're just sitting back there waiting for picks.
Take the ball from the 39-yard line, go on another long drive, use up 4 or 5 minutes off the clock. This time it's Joey Fabrizio, 13 yards left side, untouched into the end zone. Add the extra point. It's our final score, 16-0.
Just more physical. They wanted it more. They ran the ball hard. They executed. Just a thorough domination.
And then Fabrizio comes back. It seems like the pattern here tonight. You score a touchdown, you get a pick.
That's just a great job. Like I say, safeties are just sitting back there, waiting for those interceptions and waiting for big hits.
Speaking of big hits, here comes the biggest one of the night. Joey Fabrizio. This is how you hit him when you were a Buccaneer, right?
You know this, man. I'm loving this. I could see this play coming, and he just gets up, wipes his hands off, and just say, job is done.
Tony, the defense was the story tonight. We had an outstanding ball game. It was for a district championship. Next week, it's Hillsboro and Chamberlain. It just keeps getting better on the TWTV 47 47 game of the week. That one should be a contest as well, Tony.
That's going to be another physical game, title on the line. Garcia's going to have his dogs ready. Turner's going to have Chamberlain ready. So it should be a classic battle.
And we're going to be ready as well. Remind you to watch the high school scoreboard every Tuesday at 7 o'clock right here on Channel 47. My name is Eric Keaton. He's Tony Covington. Our director tonight was Ed Bacher, and of course the producer Scott Epstein. We enjoyed it. 16-0 Seminole wins a championship. We'll see you next week.